Hello everyone, and welcome you all in a class. Okay. In the last lecture, we discussed about the pressure measuring devices, and the final pressure measuring device was the Bourdon tube pressure gauge. So, in the last lecture, we discussed about how the Bourdon tube pressure gauge was working and how it been used in nowadays. There is a tube which is flattened, and then it is curved in a shape so that the one end fixed and other end is free, other end is moves inward and outward when pressure is inserted into that particular tube. So that was the simplest form of a gauge, pressure measuring gauge. Okay. So now, afterwards, the next part which is which come in this particular chapter is total pressure. Okay. So the total pressure is the pressure intensity into the multiply by its area. The whole pressure which act on the particular surface. Okay. So in the starting of this chapter, we discussed about what is actually mean by pressure intensity. Okay, if we consider pressure intensity is measured as pressure intensity is measured in the unit of kilonewton per meter square. Okay. Now, if we consider one thing is that if we could find out the pressure intensity, then by multiplying it we could able to calculate the total pressure. What is the total pressure, how it acts. Okay, so the total pressure is the pressure or static force is exerted on the contact surface. Okay, is known as a total pressure, is known as total pressure. So it is denoted by capital P. Okay, intensity of pressure is denoted by small p, and the unit of total pressure is a kilonewton, not kilonewton per meter square. It is totally kilonewton. It always act normal to the surface, and it act on the any surface like horizontal, vertical, incline, curve, etc., etc. So how we calculate the total pressure? Total pressure equal to gamma x bar into A. So we know that the intensity of pressure we calculated as gamma gh. Okay, sorry, rho gh. So same, the formula is here, but the splitting of this formula is like gamma equal to rho into g. So rho g x bar into A. So only A is been, what we can say, is added in this formula, because the intensity of pressure small p, capital P equal to small p into area. Okay, so that the rho g h into A, it is the formula for total pressure. So here you could see that P equal to gamma x bar into A. So gamma is the unit weight of a particular fluid, x bar is the depth, x bar is the depth of the CG, like center of gravity, with respect to the surface. Okay, surface of fluid. A is the area of particular surface, the plane surface area of that particular plane surface. Okay, so this is the formula. This formula is very important when we are try to calculate the total pressure. Okay, then center of pressure. So the point at which the total pressure is supposed to be at is called as center of pressure. It's denoted by h bar. It is center of pressure is denoted by C. Actually, the center of gravity is denoted by capital G, and center of pressure is denoted by capital C. When we draw the diagram, we could able to see that there is a C. Okay, C point is mentioned in on the submerged body. Okay, so G is the center of gravity. So the height of G is represented by x bar with respect to the free surface. Okay, and C is the center of pressure. So center of pressure is represented by C, and its height or depth with respect to the floating or the free surface is C equal to H bar. Okay, H bar. So the point at which the total pressure is supposed to be at is called as center of pressure, which is denoted by H bar. So the H bar equal to x bar plus Ig sine square theta divided by Ax bar. Okay, divided by Ax bar. So x bar is the depth of the center of gravity, H bar is the depth of the center of pressure. So many times the question been asked, and in a multiple choice question, this formula been asked in many exams for many times. You must remember this formula: x bar plus Ig sine square theta Ax bar. So Ig is the moment of inertia, sine square theta. So now what is mean by theta? So when if the body is submerged vertically axis or vertically downward, then there is no problem. But it submerged in inclined portion or inclined position, it means that it making some angle, or its edge is making some angle with respect to the free surface. Okay, it making some angle with the free surface. So Ig sine square theta upon Ax bar. So the theta is the plane of the body or edge of the body making an angle with a free surface. A is the area of that particular body, and x bar is, we can say that it is the depth of center of gravity. Okay, so the formula when we could say that what we can say, body vertical plate immersed in the fluid, or body is vertically immersed in the fluid and inclinedly immersed in the fluid. The formula for that is different. Okay, so first of all, without if you go through the book, you could see that there are too many description and derivatives. Okay, so we don't need to be derive this formula. We must to be remember this formula and calculate the particular center of pressure or center of gravity, whatever it is going to be asked. So consider first one is the plate AB, A and B. This is the consider and plate vertically submerged into fluid. Okay, so the total pressure P equal to gamma A into X bar. Okay, gamma A into X bar. So gamma A into X bar is the total pressure which is calculated on this particular plate. Okay, so which is acting on the point this C. Okay, acting on a point C. So if you seek to find out the depth of that particular point C, or center of pressure with respect to the free surface. Okay, free surface. So if the body is like this, then H and H bar will be same. But the body is edges of the body is not parallel or with the or we can say that it is beyond the free surface. Okay, it is beyond the free surface, so that it is noted that H bar. Okay, so H bar equal to Ig upon Ax bar plus X bar. So that is the center of pressure, moment of inertia about the free surface, area, height of the CG from the free surface. Okay, center of pressure is always lies below the center of gravity. In the previous slide, the formula was X bar plus Ig sine square theta divided by A into X bar. That was the formula. So why sine square theta is not present in this particular formula? Because it is not making its edges, okay, its surface, not making any angle with the free surface. Okay, so when the edges or the surface of the body is making some angle with the free surface of the particular liquid or fluid, then we consider as the as it is an incline, and we add the sine square theta, that particular notation. In this next slide, we could see that as the body vertically immersed or plate vertically immersed into the fluid or liquid, such as a plate or body is inclined, or plate or body immersed into the liquid, so that you in the figure you could see that this particular plate is making some angle with the plate, making some angle with the free surface, so that the theta is that particular angle with inclination of theta with free surface. Okay, so the total pressure P equal to gamma A into X bar. Okay, gamma A into X bar. So H bar equal to Ig sine square theta upon Ax bar plus X bar. Okay, so this is the particular formula, and we will use that particular formula for calculating the problem. So there are too many numericals on that particular topic, but these numericals are simple and we cannot directly take on this particular session, so that we will conduct different session for the numerical problems. Okay, until then, we will from the now, not now, but we will start a new unit of this particular particular subject, which is unit number 2, fluid kinematics. So the fluid kinematics is the branch of fluid mechanics which deals with the study of velocity and acceleration and all In the simple language, if we are considering the motion of the fluid, okay, we are considering the motion of fluid. What is meant by motion? Motion is a movement of the fluid particle. Okay, when there is a movement of the fluid particle, there is a velocity and acceleration. And when there is a velocity and acceleration, we have to study that particular pattern of a velocity and acceleration. So whenever we try to find out, or we try to conduct this kind of the study, there are two possibilities that means that we have to consider the why the motion of a fluid is being happening. Okay, why the motion of fluid is happening, like the motion of a fluid is because of the gravitational force, the shear force, or any external forces. Okay, obviously these are also external forces, but what mean of that external forces is due to the pump. Okay, external artificially they are creating the difference in the pressure to flow the to move the liquid is known as the external pressure. So that kind of the force causing the motion is does not study in the fluid kinematics. Okay, it does not study about why the fluid is in motion. It is only study about fluid is in motion, what is its pattern, what is its state, what kind of flow it is, what kind of theorems have been applied. Okay, when we are considering fluid dynamics in that particular thing, we have to consider which forces is causing the motion of fluid. Okay, so that there are too many type of flows are there, so laminar flow and turbulent flow and that, and all these things are there. So we are considering which kind of the things are caused to move this particular fluid. These are the fluid kinematics. So fluid kinematics and fluid dynamics are both are different branches which we generally study. Okay, so the points which is included in the fluid dynamics is Lagrangian theorem. Okay, then Eulerian theorem. Many times in the many video you able to see that the pronunciation is Eulerian theorem method or Eulerian theorem. So no, it is Eulerian theorem. Sorry, Eulerian methods. Then we will see the type of flow that's steady, non-steady, and all these things. It is important to know there are many types of streamline, streak line, path line, stream tube. Okay, rotational, non-rotational, compressible, non-compressible. Then the most important point is that the continuity equation. Due to the conservation of mass, or it is based on the conservation of mass. So continuity equation is very important to be understand. What is the stream function, what is the potential function, then flow net, what is the use of a flow net, and numerical problem also. So this will be interesting because it is a complex to be understand. Okay, so we will see that particular topics in the next video. So until then, we will take a leave from you.